Hi, my name is Ann Kostecki, and I'm excited today to show you how to paint a watercolor full moon. So the first thing I did is I got ultramarine blue, a violet color, and then white gouache. I also used a little bit of phthalo blue. You completely wet your circle, as I did here, and then you start adding in blobs of color where you see the darkest craters of the moon. I kind of varied my blobs, for lack of a better word, in size. The bigger ones kind of on the left and a little bit on the right. And then I kind of just used the point of my brush to kind of get those cratery shapes while the paint is still wet, while the paper is still wet. So I do a variety of textury marks, but most of it is in wet and wet. There's a little crater with points coming out of it at the bottom left, as you can see here. So I add thin lines. That kind of makes it look like an impact crater. And you can see I went over a little bit with white and made another like star-like shape to make it look like an impact crater. And I continue to keep building layers here. I'm not really like following a rhyme or reason. It's just kind of, I'm looking at my reference photo and I'm going back to where I'm seeing more darks and more varied shapes. They look kind of like cloud-like, ocean-like crater marks, and I'm just filling those in a variety of either ultramarine or phthalo blue or the violet color. Once the paint starts drying, you can add some white if you'd like. You can add like a little crater spots here and there and some lines to indicate impact. You can add more bright whites on the inside. I think that creates a nice textural layered look to the way the moon craters appear. And yeah, it's pretty simple. As you're painting, you can kind of check in and see if it's the way you like it and add a little details here and there, and then your paper should start drying and you'll be done. This is the final result for me. I used Payne's gray for the background and then bled it into the blue to make a glow and added little white stars. I hope that was fun and helpful, and yeah, go ahead and subscribe. I'll have more art tutorials coming this year.